Go get it, go get it.
Welcome to Loud Talks with your boy Go Get It O. And this is episode 5. And we have a special guest, my boy Thomas, in the building. And we're going to get into a little bit of how he's deaf. But he wears a hearing aid so he can actually hear me. But without that piece, he can't hear me. So we're going to get into how it is living life that way and how he has adapted. You dig what I'm saying? For all those that are out there that lost their hearing, whether it's in one or both of their ears, we're gonna kind of get some tips and see how you can help adapt to your situation. And we got somebody who's been through that, so he's gonna give us his story. What's up, Thomas?
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro, man. It's just interesting to see how your situation is and how you adapt to it in life, you know what I mean? So tell me a little bit about that, man. How you come up like being deaf, and you was born that way, right? Or no, you wasn't born that way, right?
Nah. I mean, some people can be born, but then some people can get sick. So there is like an illness disease called bacterial meningitis that will make me lose my hearing.
Oh, okay. So how did you get that? Like,
I mean, of course, if you like in the I'll say early 2000s, of course, there's been petting zoos, and of course, there has been cases that petting zoos do not be sanitizing their animals. So I advise like every parent just to be careful, or not just parents, even daycare, taking kids to the petting zoo if the animal is not sanitized properly.
that's very important, people. Pay attention to that. Make sure you keep your hands clean. Keep some hand sanitizer so you can't contract that disease that my brother right here went through. But tell us a little bit more about how you was able to adapt to the situation throughout life. Like how was it? Was it hard for you hearing, or did it get better with time?
I'll say it's like in between, like 50-50. Because the reason why, I mean, it do get better with time, and sometimes it is hard because it's like you really have to be aware. I really have to be aware of my surroundings like 24/7. Like I gotta be able, the car is coming down this way, somebody's calling my name, or this or that, or if the animal, knocks something over. So I just gotta be aware. Like I gotta like stand on my P's and Q's like at all times.
So how you go about doing that? Like, give us an example.
I would say it took a lot. I would say, well, most importantly, I would say speech therapy.
Okay.
Speech therapy, because it helped me a lot to be able to stand up for myself. Because,
Right.
if you see many cases of deaf people, we do not know really how to talk because we can't hear how some words pronounce them. Like, you might say a word, I just cannot pronounce it correctly. I still can't to this day.
I see. Okay, so but it got better with time though. As you got older, you just learned ways to deal with it, and
I would say it was just like, okay, so to me it was like every once a year I always go to an audiologist.
Okay.
So it did get better with time because of me keeping up with my appointments and making sure my device is A-okay, because technically every 5 years I get a new hearing aid. Well, technically the correct term is cochlear implants, but people call them hearing aids for short.
Okay, so I see that little bald spot in the back of your head. What do that mean?
The bald spot on back of my head, what are you talking about, like this bald spot or the one that sticks to my device?
The one that the device is hooked up to.
Okay, so the reason why I got that bald spot, because I had to do this whenever I get a haircut. If I want to like get like a nice little sharp, clean fade, is that I need to be able to have this device stick to it, like the magnet. It's what helps me to hear. If I have like too much hair on it, then it won't even connect or magnetize it to be able to help me to hear.
Okay. So the minute you pull that off, you don't hear nothing at that point, right?
Silence.
Wow. So that magnet that's attached on that one side, how does it help the other side to hear?
It don't, unless I get another surgery.
Oh.
There is a surgery on it on YouTube. So if you want to see it, go for it. If not, I advise whoever cannot stand the sight of blood, don't look at it, because it's really hard process for them to get this thing on my head.
So how old was you when you first lost your hearing completely?
2.
You was 2 years old.
Yes, sir.
So how old was you when you got your speech right?
2. Like everything happened at 2 years old. Everything.
You know what I'm saying? When you start talking clearly, because I know it got hard after a while when you got older.
I would say, I think I started talking around about like maybe between 4 or 5.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's when I started, taking like speech therapy, like actually like sounding out words,
Yeah.
like of course, if you ever had kids, they want to say, "Mommy, I want this," "Daddy, I want that." So like a lot of speech therapy, like early on speech therapy.
So as your speech started developing, did you go through the process of stuttering first before you got the clarity of your words?
Oh, to me, I would say it's not worse like how some people.
Yeah.
I still, at times, as a 24-year-old, I still kind of stutter. Like even some of my friends can just like recognize and just tell me like, oh, you just stuttered a little bit. I'm like, oh, my fault. Like it's just a habit.
Yeah. Okay. So growing up in the schools, like did you go to public school or like charter?
I would say it's just different because, well, to other kids they got different experiences. To me, I would say went to a private school in Greensboro, North Carolina. It's called like Liberty.
Yeah.
And then I remember after that, then I went to a church school. You know how we all raised in all. Church folk, like, going to church every Sunday type thing. So I remember I did church school, and then after that I went to public school. And once I went to public school, I, of course, graduated in the year 2018. But I was held back a grade with me being deaf because I could have graduated in 2017, but I graduated in 2018. So after church school, I went to public school throughout my whole life.
Okay. Did you go to college?
RCC a little bit, and during the year 2019, then 2020, of course, with COVID and everything turned to online. And
so you was basically off campus then.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Because see, with me, part of me being deaf, I'm very hands-on. Like I just can't just look at a video or something. I'm just very like hands-on. Like you show me how to do this, you show me how to do that. Because honestly, that's how we deaf people learn. It's just by hands-on most of the times.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So what's your mindset? Being as though like you have selective hearing, right? That's what they call it, selective hearing.
I would say yes, because sometimes I do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong now. Like being deaf is a blessing and a curse, but being a blessing the most part because I don't have to hear none of the BS people talking about. I can just ignore anybody.
Turn off like.
No. Like, don't you ever hate it that like every time you go in like high school in the morning, then it them be them loud girls in the back, the classroom already on 10.
Yeah.
And it's like, bruh, nobody ain't on the energy. It's like early in the morning. Just shut up. Like I just be like, nah, I can't even say that. I just take my thing off. Y'all do y'all thing.
I do y'all thing. Look, snatch it off. I ain't trying to hear y'all shit. I got that. But man, so did you ever get like bullied behind this?
Most definitely, because like many people, then like I said, speech impairment. Not many people like the way I talk. Some people did not like the way I look, and of course, like being deaf for me and from my experience, I've always wanted to fit in. So I always try my best to fit in. And of course, I turn out to get bullied because I'm different or the way I look and, the basics.
Okay. So what was the hardest part about having a disability? Like
limitations. Like, okay, so with me with this magnet in my head, I cannot do physical contact sports like football. Like even though I really want to play football, but it's just that like to some kids they might have, but to some others, based off of who we come from in the family, could be overprotective like my family was. I love them to death. They did the best they can raise me, but like I just can't really do no physical contact sport, and that really hurt me because I wanted to fit in so badly.
So is that where like I know you were telling me off camera like you went through depression and stuff like that. Is that where it came from?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, that's tough. That's tough, bro. When you think about it, you know what I mean? It take away, like you said, limitation. That's the perfect word to describe it. It take away a lot of what you wanted to always do in your childhood, and you're still young. What did you say? You 22?
Well, no, I'm 24.
You're 24. Okay.
Your boy about to be 25. It's catching up to me. I'm already feeling like 70 years old with some back
You're a quarter now, so you reaching that age where you about to start feeling the pains for real.
I'm already growing gray hairs already. Okay.
Hey man, the older you get, the slower you heal. You feel me?
Man, I'm already feeling like I got arthritis already.
You feel like you got arthritis already?
Yes, sir. I've been cramping like hell. I was like, I feel like DJ Rick on Wall now. He be having them problems.
Nah, man, you too young to be going through that. I just started like feeling pains, and I'm in my 30s, dog. So, but at the end of the day, I still feel like I'm in my 20s. You know what I mean? So I don't even keep up with the age no more.
Man, that's bad.
But yeah, man, how do the hearing aid actually work? Like, cause when you pull it off, your hearing is completely gone. But when you put it on, it helps you to hear. What is it doing to get your hearing? Like, you know what I mean? How are you able to hear again?
I would say you really will have to look up cochlear implants like on Google, and I would say you have to do your research because me trying to explain it, we can go all night about this, and of course, you know, we ain't trying to go all night, but like that is like the realest answer that I can ever give to anybody, to you, and like anybody who asks me this. I told them you really have to just do your research because it's like 1,000 ways on how it helps and stuff. The only thing I could tell you from my experience, but of course, you know, like you know me, I just wear it just to be able to help me hear, so I know a few things here and there.
Okay. How many years have you had that hearing aid?
I'll say I got it when I was 2. So I am now about to be, of course, like I just said earlier, about to be 25 next year in February. So I say about like
23 years?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's dope though that you're able to adapt. I mean, just by you being around me, the vibe, it seemed normal. I wouldn't have never known if you wouldn't have said nothing about it, bro. I wasn't even looking up there. I seen the headpiece. I just done it with the earpiece.
And the most mistake people been thinking it's a Bluetooth device, and then some people like, you got a nice Bluetooth device. I'm like, I just be like, okay.
Yeah, what they do when you go through like airports and stuff like that, they make you take it off.
The metal detector go off. I don't care.
They don't make you take it off though, right?
I mean, they can't make me because, you know, they can't tell a person with a disability take off that hearing aid.
Yeah.
I let them know on front. I'm like, yeah, I can't take this out. I got it here. You know, if they try to tell me that, then, I can sue them.
Yeah, that'll be an easy bag.
Getting every money.
Easy bag.
Right there.
Go ahead and tell me to take it off. Yeah, but that's what's up, bro. About your hearing, like what's the easiest thing like that you have learned to do with your disability? Like what has been the easiest thing for you in life as far as like dealing with that?
The easiest way for me is to make sure I be surrounded by people who genuinely accept me.
Okay.
Because I mean, like I said, I was doing all my best to fit in with every type of crowd, and that was my mistake. And of course, it led me along down like, you know, mental stuff like that. But being surrounded by people who genuinely accepts me and know me and actually be patient with me, it takes a lot to deal with me. Like for real, it takes a lot to deal with me. So to the people who really stick by me, I appreciate them the most, honestly.
That's what's up, man. You gotta have that love around you. You know, that's what keep us going. The love and support, like keep our mental right. We all supposed to love each other and support each other to the fullest, and never leave each other hanging, because you never know what can happen to you. You never know if you might need somebody to be there for you. You dig me? So yeah, make your karma right, man. A lot of people set their karma bad, so you gotta do right by people, man. Put out good deeds, positive vibes, all that. You know what I'm saying? What is something that you want the people to know that people don't know about you?
People just need to understand that I'm still growing. I'm still growing. I'm going to make mistakes regardless on the way I think, the way I do, and everything. Even though I got a disability, and just understand I'm still human.
Yeah.
I'm still human. Like, I'm still going to make some mistakes here and there. So I might not say the right things at this moment or at that moment. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm just a human being.
Yeah, you're just like everybody else, bro. Like, you know what I mean? We all the same. You just have a disability, and that's okay. That's cool, because I mean, there's a lot of us out here with disabilities. That don't make you less human. You know what I mean? If a dog had to get one of his legs cut off, that don't make him, you know what I mean, different from the other dogs. He just got a leg amputated. That's it. He's still a dog, you know. So
I mean, like, shout out to anybody, like, whoever got like a disability, because like I said, like, there's more brand names with my device because there's different models. But not just with that, but just to anybody who out there, you know, if you are different, like if they got prosthetics, you know, like their arm, or if they got, I hope I'm saying this right, like vertigo, like,
or legs,
or just anything, like they still people too.
Yeah, they're still people. You know what I mean? We all need each other, and they need support too. You know, we can't count them out. They still here, they still breathing. And the Most High still got a mission for them to fulfill. So we can't give up on nobody, man. We all gotta stick together. You dig me? So brother, I appreciate you for coming on the show, man, and sharing, you know, your situation with us about your disability, and going deep with that, man. And schooling some of us about it, because a lot of us don't know about that. You know what I mean? A lot of us are ignorant to the hearing aid and what it does. We don't know how it works. We just assume that it's just something you plug in and you hear it, which is right, but we really don't fully understand it, because everybody don't take the time out to. You feel me? Well, I appreciate you schooling some people, because this might enlighten somebody who watches this show, and they might learn something from it. You dig me? And that's the goal. But you got Instagram?
Oh yeah, yes sir, I sure do.
Shout it out, let the people know where to follow you.
Oh god, I mean, for real. They just okay. It is Evan Airborne, like EVANAIRBOUREN. Do not ask why my username like this. I really do not know, but it's Evan Airborne.
At least you're keeping it real though. You dig me?
I ain't no fake. I ain't no fake hitter. I ain't no fake hitter. Nah.
I ain't no fake bro, man. Real genuine vibes. You dig me? That's my guy. I'm thankful and honored that he came on my show to share his story. You know what I mean? Especially with y'all. Like I said, somebody gonna learn from this. Whoever it is, share it.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But once again, share this video, like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. It's your boy, Loud Talks. We out of here.